Hey, what's going on my YouTube family and watchers? It is your girl Michelle, and today I'm doing this video just to share my experience with interviewing at JCPenney's. So you all know that this is the time of the season where a lot of companies and retail stores are hiring for seasonal positions. So if you're looking for a part-time job or a seasonal position to make extra cash for the holidays, start applying now to get you a position at a store to make extra money for the holidays. So, I had an interview with JCPenney's last week, and I want to say this was one of the most fun and interesting interviews I've had in a long time. Now, at this JCPenney's where I live, they're doing group interviews, so I interviewed with 4 other people, so it was 5 of us. So the lady that called me to tell me that I had an interview, she take us back to this room where it looks like they do meetings, or kind of like their break room, meeting room, or whatever it is. She take us back to the room. She sit us down and we all sit down, and she give us like a little history of JCPenney's and tell us about JCPenney's been around for 100 years, about how they value customer service and all that good stuff. And then we each have to stand up one by one and stand up in the front of the room. So I felt like I was in school again. I was like, oh my God, here we go with this public speaking, but it's cool, I'm built for it. And introduced ourselves and gave a little intro on ourselves, and then we sat down. Then the next little exercise we had to do was she brought out these blocks, and I'm like, what's going on? She was like, I know you guys probably wonder what I'm doing with these blocks, but this is an exercise for you guys. And this was a fun exercise. What we had to do, she had a little structure that was on the iPad, and we had to look at the structure for like 10 seconds. It was 10 seconds or 20 seconds, and we had to tell the other people how to build a structure. So she gave each of us a chance to be the leader, and we had to tell each other how to build a structure in 1 minute. 1 minute. Now 1 minute go by just like that. So anyway, we almost built it to the top, but then it fell apart. But anyway, we had fun doing that. That was just a good team building exercise, and a good exercise to see whether you follow directions well and your leadership skills, because you have to lead your team as well. So that was a good exercise. It was fun. So the next process we had to do was she took 2 of us and we go into the dressing room. She have a rack of clothes on the side, and it's 4 empty racks where you have to hang merchandise. So we had 2 racks, so it's 2 people. So I had 2 racks, and then the other girl had 2 racks, and we had to hang. She told us we didn't have to use everything that was on the rack. She was like, hang it how you would to make it appealing to the customers. So I was trying to do like all the dressy clothes, the interview clothes, because I was like, that's good, you know, people need to have more choice for interviews. So I tried to hang out like the skirts and the dressy shirts. And then I threw the pajamas up there for some reason. I don't know why, but anyway, at the end she was like, so what items do you feel like didn't go? And then, you know, me and the girl was like, yeah, the pajamas don't go. So she was like, you could have left the pajamas out. But she was like, y'all did pretty good, because y'all kept the same companies together. So basically you have to hang clothes going by which retailer, like Liz Claiborne and all they have to be together, the same sizes and all that good stuff. So she was like, merchandising looks easy, but it's not easy. So of course that would be something I would definitely have to work on if I was to get hired in a position like that. So you go back to the room. She give you this paper to fill out. It's basically just ask you questions about your skills, your availability, why you chose JCPenney's, why would you like to work for JCPenney's. So we fill out the paperwork, and then the last exercise we do before we do our one-on-one interview is she had shirts and ties, dress shirts and ties. It was for the guys. It was guys dress shirts and ties. So we each had a turn of being the seller and the customer. So we had to basically kind of listen to the customer and see what the customer wanted and what they was looking for, and try to work with that and try to find the best shirt and tie that was going to work well for the customer. So that was fun as well. And then after we did that, it was time for our one-on-one interview with the store manager. Now the lady that took us through the whole process, she wasn't the store manager, but I guess she was some type of supervisor or team leader or whatever. But we actually had one-on-one interviews with the store manager, and he was really fun, really high energy, really cool personality. I laughed a lot while I was having a one-on-one interview with him. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But he was just kind of asking me about myself, and he was like, I got your application and got your resume, but he was like, you know what, I ain't looking at that. I want to know about you. Why you want to work at JCPenney's besides the other stores like Belts and Sears and all that good stuff? And I just told him, you know, I really do personally like JCPenney's as a store. That's one of my favorite stores, and I'm not just saying it because I'm sitting right here right now, but it is one of my favorite stores in the mall. JCPenney's is one of my favorite stores. They have good sales and all that good stuff. So he asked me out my availability to work. I told him I could work every other weekend and every Mondays from 9 to 6 because I have a full-time job, of course, so I can't work every day, but I can work every weekend and every Mondays if they needed me. So I feel like the interview went well. But then, you know, sometimes in those cases you never know, because you have a lot of people that's interviewing for the job, and you have a lot of people that interviewing and looking at, and then they might choose somebody who have more availability time than me. I mean, you know, it is what it is. You never know, but it was a good experience, and I had fun doing it. If I don't get picked for the job, which I'll find out sometime this week, I'm pretty sure. If I don't get picked for the job, I won't be sad, you know, because I have a job. I just want to get a seasonal job to make extra money for the holidays, you know, and get retail experience. I really don't have any retail experience, so that would have been a good opportunity to get experience working at a store that I really like to work in and get good discounts, you know. But it was a good experience. Hopefully this video is helpful to anybody that may have an interview coming up at JCPenney's or have already had an interview. You know, leave feedback and comments below. I want to know about your experience. If you've had an interview at JCPenney's or you're looking for seasonal work, let me know what you're thinking. You know, leave me a comment down below. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you like. Hopefully this video was helpful to somebody looking for a seasonal part-time job for the holiday season. Y'all stay tuned. I got more videos as always. Love you guys.